Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is my research title in NNC, Online Business Marketing to Expand Market Share through IT Governance. I'm from Sting Pontianak, West Kalimantan. An introduction is about now. You can see online business marketing provides so many opportunities of growing new business, increase sales turnover, expand niche market and market segmentation, offers flexibility of searching products, reduce operational costs, and increasing incomes. Online business marketing pertains to availability and reliability of IT governance due to the back of activities and transition with consumer go through a digital mechanism. This is very important because now in our country, in our national country, online business marketing is very give us so many opportunities to increase our business. The problem statement is the fact reflects that the maturity level of IT governance in two main aspects are required. While the former refers to procurement and implementation of system solution devices and IT infrastructure, and later represent current availability of support and services of IT and upcoming enhancement. And the research question is, first, to extend where the gap value affected by IT governance apply to current and online business marketing activities based on expected fact, and what was the new and recommended IT governance model of online business marketing used to reach expected maturity level like. This research aims to recognize existing and expected gap values of maturity level of IT governance in online business marketing activities based on PO and DS domains, plan, organizing, and deliver and support. This survey research include the sample of 30 micro, small, medium enterprises businesses of traditional and finishes clothes originated in Pontianak City. Stratified sampling technique was applied. In addition, questionnaire with each process divided based upon the levels were in use. These levels were served by using Gartner scales. The maturity level was measured using COVID 4.1 framework. Step of the data analysis. First, we have to calculate the values of the maturity level and processing the value of the maturity level of each process. And the third, calculating the aggregation value of the maturity level through arithmetic means. And the last, regression results were served in form of a table and rather graphic using Microsoft Excel software. The maturity level index values. I use this index value. They have a step scale from 0.0 and higher is 5.0. It's a 5 steps level, and the numbers we will count it and we will find the solution. The competition of maturity levels of PO domain, and we can see this process. The highest domain is PO3, determining IT directions 2.966, and the lowest values is managing quality PO8, and PO9 estimating and managing IT risks. This is the figure of the model of maturity level model for planning organized and DS. And the gap analysis results show the maturity level of PO8 and 9 are respectively 2.336 and 2.427. The maturity level value of DS5 conversely is 2.560. Furthermore, the greatest maturity level of PO3 is 2.966 and DS11 2.870 exists. These values reflect that 30 micro, small, medium enterprise businesses have conducted the function of providing information services to the brand IT direction and support online business activities. Managerial implications. Measurement result required definition of process maturity level. This indicates the better performance measurement result ensure higher process of maturity levels. Definition of policies and procedure. Improvement of performance indicator values. Addition of control objective and refinement of IT processes should become priorities to reach process management fulfilling proper IT governance standards. Understandably, there are a number of gaps to be removed. Enhancement of the whole of IT processes of PO and DS domain should hence refer to the details of control, objective, and processes. The combination of planned and organized domain. In order to raise the maturity value of PO8, development of management system of online business marketing quality should process planning, implementation, control, and maintenance of the system with clear and stable standardization. Managing quality is substantial since it ensures that IT can provide turnover values and profitability of online businesses, continual improvement and information transparency for stakeholders and company executives. The focus of IT governance of PO8 refers to quality management system, performance monitoring, and implementation of programs for sustainable development of IT services. This is our conclusion. A recommended for a model for IT governance show that PO8 domain is related to input control objective, PO1, PO10, and MB1, as well as output control objective, A1, A2, A3, A5, DS2, PO10, AI1, AI2, 3, 7, all, PO4, and AA6. So we have to combine for the other domains. Actually, the COVID domain, they have 4 domains, PO, A, and DS, and Maltreating Evolution, MA. Meanwhile, DS5 is associated with input control objective, PO2, PO3, PO9, A2, and DS1, as well as output control objective, DS8, 7, ME1, AI6, PO9, and DS11. So this is our model to show to us. We have to make this model to improve the online business marketing, actually specific in IT governance. I hope this resource can improve our online business stores in Pontianak City, can improve. This is my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, Mr. Sandi. Okay, let's ask Mr. Fang your question for presentation.
Yes, thank you. My name is Ikri from Indonesia. I want to ask you about why COVID 4.1, not COVID 5?
Oh yeah, thank you for the questions. Because in this research, I want to know about the 4 domains. Actually, COVID-5 is not specific, because I specifically want to talk about the IT governance. COVID-5, besides IT governance, they also talk to management. So this research, I only focus the IT governance. I don't talk about so many management system. So.
Second question about what is your approach from this research, top-down or bottom-up approach? Because in COVID there are some guidelines how to use COVID 4.1, from alignment from business goals and IT goals,
Yeah.
and IT goals and
Yeah,
business process.
I use top-down approach. Top-down approach. I ask some managerial, the head of the company, about the system, and then the middle level managerial, because they all know about the system than the staff.
So you use all aspect in PO.
No, I only focus 2 aspects.
or
PO and DS.
Yes.
PO and DS.
Silakan.
Yeah.
I think this is very important sense about this actual market. But my question is, you think the input sample is 30
30 sample.
30 samples. And I'm not doubt about this result of the sample. Right now is the big country is not China or India, but the big country now is Facebook. 1.something million
Yeah.
citizen instead of digital citizen, and you only choose 30 in the Pontianak city.
Yeah.
So how you could justify and then get the generalize for other purpose.
Okay, thank you. I will answer this question, sir. Because in Pontianak City,
Yeah.
we don't so many online businesses. So I choose the 30 sample in Pontianak City is the middle. Actually, it's the middle, and they already sold some products, services to the others, and so I decided to choose in the middle and the up, and they work well at the system, and the transactions over than 10 or 50 millions. So I use this sample.
And what is the estimately the population?
The population is not actually. I don't saw the online store in Pontianak City
Okay.
because I use stratified sampling.
Okay.
Stratified sampling. So I use some level. I choose some level, and I pick some sample from these levels. So I maybe I can put make adjust for those samples.
Okay, thank you. Very interesting topic.
Yeah.
One more question.
So I don't understand business at all,
Yeah.
but we often use indexes like algorithm levels and things like that.
Yeah.
My question is, that indexes you use to evaluate, say, the enhancement of online business marketing. Is there any simple explanations that say increasing of 1 point of that index it's mean? What does that actually mean for people
yeah.
like me who don't
Maybe
understand?
I can show the slide. I use the formula from the COVID 4.1 framework actually. They have 5 level from 0 to 5. So in our conclusion in this research in Pontianak City, they all still the third level. Maybe you can see the slide first. Index table. Good. This is we have 5 levels from 0 to 5, and 0 is non-existent, and highest is optimized. So in our calculation from this IT governance, using IT governance, this COVID, so all only online stores, they all stay in the third level, defined processes. So they have to increase to achieve 4 and 5. So I give some suggestions. So they have to increase like standard procedures, managing of security level, and others. Thank you. Actually, Mr. President is our supervisor as well in Bidang Nusantara University.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.